Hi and welcome. In this video, we are going to see how to perform a database refresh in SQL Server. Why do we perform a database refresh? In order to test the application in UAT, developers need a production copy of the database. Since they cannot apply every change in the production copy, they will ask for a database refresh in the UAT environment so that they can check their application performance and testing in the UAT environment. So what a DBA will do, they will take a backup from the production database and then restore it in the UAT environment. So what are the points we need to consider for database refresh? First, we need to check the disk space in the target server. For suppose in the production database or production server, you have some 10 GB of database, and in UAT environment, if you are restoring it from the production copy, you need to at least have the same or similar disk space in the target server. And the user permissions in the target DB database properties like recovery model of source database. If it is full, generally in production server the recovery model is full, and in UAT server the recovery model will be simple. And SQL Server version. SQL Server higher version backups cannot be restored in the lower version. For example, 2016 SQL Server backup cannot be restored on 2014, but vice versa we can do it. From lower to higher we can do it. What is the difference between restore and refresh? Restore is simply taking a backup from the source server and restoring it in the target server. And we don't need to worry about other things. But in case of refresh, there are other steps involved. Here, you also perform a restore. After that, there are few steps that are involved after performing the database restore. These are the 5 steps that are involved in database refresh. First, we'll take the source database backup and we'll have to make a note of target database properties like recovery model, compatibility level, script out the existing user roles in the target database, and then restore the database using the source DB backup file. After that, we have to restore the roles and permissions from step 3 and DB properties. Let us see a demo. Here I have a demo database. I am taking a backup of this demo database to my local drive. Backup taken successfully. Now go to target database. This is my second instance and this is my target database demo underscore UAT. I am going to refresh this database with the production copy. Before we restore this database backup into target database, we need to make a note of target database properties. We need to check for the recovery model and compatibility level. Auto create statistics, auto string option is set to true or false, and check these properties so that after the restore is performed, you need to make the target database properties same as before. Okay, now we need to script out the user roles and permissions of the target database. You can see here in this database I have 2 users. These 2 users has to be restored after the refresh is performed, because if we refresh the database copy, the source database will be restored here. It means this will be overwritten. Once it is overwritten, the users will also get lost. So before that, I need to script out the user roles and permissions. These 2 users I have to script out. Open new query. I have to copy this script. I'll paste the script in the description. You can check from there. Execute. Now you have to select the database demo underscore UAT and then execute so that you will get the user roles and permissions for that particular database one. Now copy this result window and paste it in some notepad and save it in a server. Let us start the refresh. Select database, tasks, restore, database, select the database backup file. Okay. Overwrite the existing database. You have to choose with replace, restore with recovery, and okay. database has been restored successfully. Now just refresh the instance and see the users. Before performing a restore, we have user 3 and user 4. Now we have got user 1 and user 2. There is no user 3 and user 4. These user 1 and user 2 have come from the source database, which is our production copy. Our next step is to restore the user 3 and user 4. We can also check for these users are orphan users because there is no login associated for these users. Okay. But previously in the target database, we have two logins, user 3 and user 4. Those users are not existing here. We need to either create them and restore those previous permissions along with the new creation. So since we have already scripted out the logins and permissions for the users in the target database, we have that copy. We are using that result script and applying it here in the target database. It is done. Now once you refresh, you will have user 3 and user 4 here. If you are confused, let me try to explain using a pictorial representation. A source DB server with demo database and user 1 and user 2 as two logins, and target server with user 3 and user 4 as two logins, and we are doing the refresh. After restore in target server, the database name remains same, but user 1 and user 2 will be copied or restored along with the database, but the logins are not restored because those are associated with the server instance. So in the target server, login 3 and login 4 already exists, but user 3 and user 4 are overwritten with the source server. It means you will not get user 3 and user 4, but the associated logins will be existing. So we need to just create or restore the user 3 and user 4. After restoration is complete, we have to change the database recovery model and other properties. In production instance, my database recovery model is full, but the target database model recovery model is simple previously. So I'm changing it to simple, and all other properties remain same. Okay, and user roles and permissions we have already taken care of it. Okay, so this is how we perform database refresh. If you have any queries, please do let us know or comment in the video. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, please like, share and do subscribe for more videos. We'll meet again in our next video. Thank you.